At 27-35, in the midst of a 4-game losing streak and quickly dropping in the standings, the Los Angeles Lakers clearly weren't the favorites as the Golden State Warriors came to town. It would take an unholy performance from LeBron James to secure a win in this game and potentially turn around their trajectory to close out the season. And that's exactly what they got. An extremely efficient 56-point performance that had it all. Outside shooting and dominant inside play, on and off the ball attacks, putting together one of the most impressive scoring performances in recent NBA history. One way the Lakers have tried to maximize the dynamic between LeBron James and Russell Westbrook this season has been playing LeBron at the 5. This creates a lot more space in their offense to attack and takes him off the ball a bit more. You'll often see him playing as a pick and roll big in these spots, and his first points of the Warriors game were no different. His next basket would come in transition, as Malik Monk forces the defense to commit on his drive before leaving it for the trailing slam. It's in the open floor where he's been most lethal for pretty much his entire career, this time just barreling his way to the basket for an easy layup. It's back to the pick and roll on the very next possession, and a nice find from Westbrook earns LeBron his first pair of free throws. The connection between these two continues to generate great offense for the Lakers. On this play, LeBron faces up on the perimeter with the ball in his hands, and a nice back screen from Monk leaves Westbrook with a wide open layup. It's in that off-ball center role where he continues to do most of his damage though, on this one screening for the switch, then sealing low post position for an easy entry pass in the and one. Golden State's lack of size puts them at a constant disadvantage in these minutes, this time LeBron making his presence known on the offensive glass, and again later in the second quarter. His continuous attacks of the basket both on and off the ball create very high quality looks around the rim, and some physicality down low earns him more free throws. The defense's main focus is preventing these downhill attacks, so on this play instead of diving all the way through, he turns it into a screen, leaving Austin Reeves with all the time in the world to knock down this triple. Next time down the floor he goes right back to bully ball, posting up and forcing his way to the basket for 2 more points. In the closing seconds of the first half, LeBron hunts the switch onto Moses Moody for an isolation. He wastes no time bouncing straight into a pull-up 3, marking his first made 3-pointer of the night, and 26 points in just 19 minutes of play. Los Angeles came out of the break very cold, scoring just 3 points in the first 4 minutes of the half and falling down 12. This is when LeBron started to assert himself offensively, here knocking down an outside jumper off the pick and pop. After rebounding a missed 3-pointer, he pushes the ball down the court before the defense can properly set up, taking it coast to coast for the and one. On the very next possession, he again pushes the tempo, this time leveraging the threat of a drive into an effortless pull-up triple. On this one, LeBron slows it down for a high pick and roll, and because it's Curry's man screening, there's no rim protector in position to prevent him from getting downhill for the explosive finish. LeBron would finish his third quarter of play with 2 made free throws, taking his final rest of the game with 40 points on the board. After checking back into the game, he picked up right where he left off, first shooting right over a double team for 3 points, then stepping into a moving 30-footer to tie the game at 97. At this point, he's in another universe and needs a heat check, sizing up Kuminga for an isolation and burying a step-back bomb right in his face. He's not quite done just yet though. After a botched loose ball ends up back in the hands of the Lakers, he finds himself wide open in the lane for a layup, 51 points. Even when he's not the one individually scoring, he's directly involved in every offensive possession, on this play setting a flare screen that probably could have gotten called for an illegal, but does effectively create enough space for the Augustine jumper. Here he faces up for another isolation, but draws the hard double team, and although he doesn't directly assist on the basket, he still created the advantage that ultimately led to 2 points. He can still force the issue when needed though, this time attacking off the catch and getting all the way to the restricted area for a pair of free throws. And in typical LeBron fashion, he can't possibly have a huge game without at least one fast break alley-oop finish to erupt the crowd. With just over 40 seconds left in the game, Lakers leading by 3, he rejects a screen at the top of the key to explode on a drive, forcing the help and creating a wide open dagger for Carmelo Anthony. 2 more late game foul shots get LeBron to his mark of 56 points and close out a huge win for the Lakers at home. With this performance, LeBron James became the 4th player in NBA history to score 50 or more points above the age of 37, and with a true shooting percentage of 76.3, he was the most efficient of the pack. He joined Michael Jordan as the only player to score 50 in 3 different decades, and he was the first ever to have a 50-point game both before turning 21 and after turning 35. He's playing at an MVP level in his 19th season, and continues to defy everything we thought we knew about aging, putting together some of the most impressive longevity we've ever seen from an athlete. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn my post notifications on to be first on more content. If you're interested in my more in-depth research, make sure to check out my website, podcast, and social media profiles. You can find those links in the description. Feel free to let me know down in the comments what you thought of this performance from LeBron James and what the Lakers' ceiling as a team is. As always, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.